Hey, this is me Nasmus, and I'm here to share with you some atmosphere tips. In this video, I'll focus on creating great atmosphere profile pictures. And these are some of the profile pictures that really stood out for me. By the way, there are a lot of other profile pictures that I really liked. I just took a few to show you as an example. And as you'll notice, all these profile pictures follow the guidelines that I'm about to go over right now. Let's explore content, meaning what you actually want to show in your profile picture. You can take one of several approaches. You could either feature your avatar in your profile pic, or you could display a block art. You could also showcase a scene, and we'll take a look at all these techniques in a bit. Okay, so let's get down to business. We'll start with the character first. So, if you decide to feature your character in your profile pic, here are some guidelines. If you're going to show your character, you need to make sure that your character is the central focus. This is because the profile pictures are displayed in small sizes in most part of the Atmosphir website, and if you have too many things going on in your profile picture, it'll lose focus. Notice that even in this relatively large of a snapshot, it becomes hard to see the details of the snapshot when you try to include a lot of things. So if you're going to show your character, only pay attention to your character. I recommend taking a snapshot from torso up, but if you can do anything, you can do anything like as long as you keep the focus. Another important part of the profile picture with an avatar in it is the avatar's pose. You want to have your character do an action, and then you can pause the game while he or she is doing it. For example, I could swipe my sword, or I could have my character swipe his sword and then pause the game. I could quickly unpause it again and pause it back. I could keep doing this until it looks right. You could also play around with the animations. Just set the animation to a number key, and then you could hit the number key in play mode to start the animation. Then you could pause the game and then take a snapshot. My advice is to play around with these, and then you can be sure that you'll find a good one. For a good profile picture, you want to take some time to think about what sort of background you want to feature, and the best way to do that is through the design mode. This is where you get complete freedom of creating anything you want, essentially creating your own atmosphere. Play with the sky color, or perhaps set some props that you think make sense. However, remember, your character should always be in focus. Do not make it so your background is highlighted more than your character itself. As you can see here, I decided to put a red skybox for my background, and I also intensified the sun to give a glowing effect. And I decided to make the sunlight a reddish tint. I don't know if you can notice this, but I put some fire-breathing chickens. I buried it underground to give some orange-red flare in the background. Now suppose you want to have a dark background. A dark background is great for a background, but you really don't want your character to blend into the darkness. You want to have good lighting. A good lighting can really make your avatar shine, literally. Try placing a lamp and standing before it. This will highlight your character and bring attention to it. As you can see here, you could have a dark background, but your character could still be lit. Block arts provide you with great opportunities to go really creative with designing your profile picture. You can make anything you want, but be sure that the size of your block art fits the snapshot, and that we can recognize the art even when your profile picture is small. My second advice is to create something that is unique, that will make your art stand out. If people remember your block art after seeing it only a few times, consider yourself successful. Here are a couple examples of profile pictures created on block art. A few moments ago, I was talking about backgrounds, and I said that to focus on the character. However, if you want to capture a scene instead, do just the opposite. Forget about the character and just focus on the scene that you created in the design mode. But don't just cram too many things in there. Remember, you'd rather have a simple yet quality scene than a complex but ugly scene. Okay, now that we touched upon some tips for making good profile pictures, let's recap. 1. Make a choice. Character, block art, or scene. And stick to that choice, meaning that focus only on that. Don't just try to cram everything in. 2. Play around with your poses and lightings. If you're doing a block art or a scene, ask yourself, how is your picture unique? Third but not least, last but not least, sorry, best of all, your profile picture represents you in the Atmosphir community. Make it yours and make it unique. And more importantly, have fun.